First, I'm going to talk about the Kurdish. I'm going to sort of compare the Kurdish Romanization system with the Azerbaijani Romanization system, because both of them are languages that are written in 3 alphabets, actually the same 3 alphabets generally. Kurdish, can you see what I have here? This is from the ALA LC Romanization chart. So there's the Roman script orthography, the Cyrillic script, and the Arabic script. So, and these are, particularly the Roman and the Arabic, which are still in use, can be used for both Kurmanji and Sorani, as well as for such smaller dialects such as Zaza and Gorani or Haurami. The Cyrillic is basically on its way out in the lands of the former Soviet Union. They have switched over pretty much to the Roman. But there is a simple one-on-one correspondence between the 3 alphabets. So in the library world, since 2003 approximately, all Kurdish books are Romanized according to the Latin orthography. So they all interfile neatly together with very few exceptions from beforehand. Now, if we compare that with Azerbaijani, I catalog books in Azerbaijani, Uzbek, and Uyghur, and possibly also a little bit of Turkmen when they're written in the Arabic script. So the Azerbaijani Romanization scheme is here, and whenever possible, it agrees with the Latin one. So the j sound is spelled with a C, you see here, as in Azerbaijani and Turkish in the Latin alphabet. The ch is a C with the cedille. The j sound is a J rather than a ZH. So, I mean, it differs from the way Persian and Arabic Romanize from the Arabic script. Then there's also the Cyrillic script, which basically has an end date of 1989, maybe a little bit over that, but they in Azerbaijani, they basically switched over to the Latin script after the fall of the Soviet Union. And the only change that we make in the Latin orthography is that the schwa, upside down E, we represent as A with 2 dots over it. Other than that, it's what you see is what you get. So the challenge for somebody cataloging books in Azerbaijani, and I on the side catalog Harvard's Azerbaijani books in Arabic script published in Iran. So I have increasing experience in this. The challenge is that when you have a name of an author, you always have to search it in all 3 Romanization schemes, because if the name already exists, then you're not going to create a new one. So you have to know how to transfer from the one to the other. Now, the biggest difference between the Azerbaijani and the Kurdish one is the Kurdish one, everything is converted to the Latin orthography. There's a simple one-on-one correspondence, and that's the way. So regardless of what alphabet the book is in, you can look up the name and it will be, and they all interfile neatly, particularly in the literature section. Azerbaijani, on the other hand, you have, for names that begin with sounds such as ja, in the Cyrillic script, that would be a J, but in the Latin and in the Arabic script, that would be a C. And so a ch sound which would be a KH in the Cyrillic, is an X in the Latin and in the Arabic. So a lot of the names, and when it comes to cuttering an author's name, it's messy. And I don't know, my purpose here is simply to bring that to people's attention. No decision has been made about what to do with that. The problem that I have encountered most recently is in cataloging a book from Iran in Azerbaijani, where the author's name could either be Romanized according to the Persian way or the Azerbaijani way. There doesn't seem to be an established decision which way to do it. I mean, the author might be writing both in Persian and in Azerbaijani. So, I mean, generally what we do is whatever you catalog first sets the stage for everything else. But I would encourage people to rule on this, to make a decision so that for other catalogers of books at other libraries in Azerbaijani, that there could be a streamlined system, which is what I have tried to do for Kurdish. So anyway, that's basically all I had to say about that. I don't have very much time, so let me switch now to my other little topic, and that is the second edition of my Kurdish English dictionary came out in January in 3 volumes. My partner created the artwork here, Christopher. So I had already submitted the Ferhenga Bruski, the second edition of my Kurmanji English dictionary, to the publisher in early 2019. In July of that year, I attended a Kurdish conference in Chicago where I met a budding Kurdologist named Fakhri from a village in the province of Diyarbakir. He made me aware of some Kurmanji words that I hadn't known before, which I wish I could have included in the second edition. They will appear in the third edition, no doubt, but in the meantime, here's an example of the gems which Fakhri has shared with me. And I thought I would share these because people who come from Arabic or from Persian, or even a little bit from Turkish, this involves, doing work like this on Kurdish involves all of them. So I thought people might get a kick out of this. So one of the words that I learned from him was the word for a trowel. For instance, when you have a wall and you're plastering it, you would use this implement to flatten the wall. So the way he pronounced it was MELA. But in the dictionaries, I've found forms such as Mala, Malinj, Mola, and Malo in Kurmanji, and in Sorani, it's Mala or Malinj. Now, the Persian equivalent is Mala, which was borrowed into Turkish as Mala. For instance, Sıva malası, a plaster trowel. Now, the interesting thing is that the word exists in Arabic as well as malaj, which made me suspect that this is one of those Arabic words borrowed from Middle Persian with the final aj, which preserves the original ag of Middle Persian, which is softened to or melted away to or in modern Persian. So other examples of that are words such as babunaj in Arabic, which Persian babuna, from Middle Persian bawonag, banafsaj, Persian banafsheh, Middle Persian wanafshag, barnamaj, program, Persian barnameh, from Middle Persian barnamag, which is probably a calque on the Greek word programa. Pro, bar, and grama, namag. And then such words as savage, simple or naive, Persian sadeh, from Middle Persian sadag. And sada also exists in colloquial Arabic, qahwa sada, for instance. And tazaj, or tazij, fresh, Persian tazeh, from Middle Persian tazag. The form taza also exists in Arabic, possibly borrowed from Turkish taza, which again in turn is from Persian taza. And unmudaj, namudaj or numudaj, from Middle Persian namudag. So this malaj fits right in with these Arabic words which preserve a Middle Persian ag ending. And then I consulted with my professor, my retired professor at the Berkeley, Professor Emeritus Martin Schwartz, and we can posit the Arabic malaj coming from an unattested Middle Persian form malag, meaning a trowel, from the root mal, Old Persian mard. The Persian word dast mal, handkerchief, from dast and mal, to wipe, is another word exhibiting this root. Other examples of al from an earlier ard in Persian include the word sal, meaning year, from Old Persian thard, Avestan sarad, and the Middle Persian alag, half or side, from Old Iranian arda, which is cognate to Kurmanji ali or la and Sorani la. Also, the Kurdish word for to sweep is from this root, malishtin or mishtin, and Sorani malin. Now, the variant forms for mala in malinj in Kurmanji and malinj in Sorani merit special consideration. It appears that this inj ending is from the Arabic form malaj. If this is correct, then the original Iranian form malad was preserved in Arabic as malaj, while becoming mala in modern Persian and Kurdish. Then, in turn, the Arabic derivative from malaj was borrowed back into Kurdish as malinj. Now, if this hypothesis can hold water, then I have to be able to find other examples of aj becoming inj. And I actually did find some. So Arabic siaj, meaning a fence or a hedge, became Kurmanji sanj. Arabic taj, meaning a crown. In Kurmanji, you have tanj, which is a dialect form of taj. Arabic daraja became Kurdish darenj or darenje or darinje. Possibly Arabic sajia, meaning nature or character, yielding sinji, ethics or morals in Kurmanji. Persian amaj, target or goal. Kurmanji armanj, which includes both an ra, it adds both a ra and a na, from amaj to armanj. And Kurmanji tirej, a ray or sunbeam, has the variant form tirange and tirange. So that just shows several examples of aj becoming inj, or vowel plus nj. So the tentative dictionary entry in the third edition will look something like this. So I have mala in both the Latin and the Arabic orthography, the gender. This shows you that it's the feminine oblique form, malaye. It's a plasterer's trowel. Here's some sample sentences using it. Here's, this here is variant forms of it. And the etymology, an unattested Middle Persian malag, yielding Persian malad to Turkish mala, Arabic malaj, and it also appears in Sorani as mala or malind. And the forms malinj and malinj come from Arabic malaj. So, and then I have a brief bibliography here. So I might even be less than 15 minutes, but as in the words of Bugs Bunny, that's all, folks.